Hi everyone. I wanted to bring up, again, there's a lot of fraud going on around this election, and no one on the left radical side is too proud or immune from contributing to the fraud. And I'm referring to Michael Bloomberg. You know, Judge Judy, I'm just going to say this. Judge Judy last year, maybe even before that, I think it was even maybe like around 2016 or something. At some point, Judge Judy, I loved watching Judge Judy when I would watch TV. I don't watch TV much anymore just because of Hollywood makes me sick. All the corruption. And anyways, so she had went on, I think it was CNN. She spoke with the devil himself, Chris Cuomo. I can't stand that guy. He makes me sick. Some people are so evil. I can't deal with them. And she sat down with Chris Cuomo, and she had said that she had. Okay, so it was also somewhere else she had mentioned Michael Bloomberg that she would endorse over Trump. And I know, as far as I've ever known Judge Judy, as far as watching her on TV, I've always known that she's a pretty good judge character. But I gotta tell you guys, when it comes to a president, Judge Judy, I don't know if she's just trying to be politically correct. I thought she was above that. And if she doesn't fix that error in judgment, I may never watch Judge Judy again. I don't think her show is no, it's not even, it stopped taping. But I'm not going to be able to look at her the same anymore. But anyways, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has requested Attorney General Ashley Moody to investigate how Michael Bloomberg's political organization raised $17 million to pay for fees for 31,100 felons so they can vote in the November 3rd election. When I read some of this stuff, it just hits me inside, like chills, like he says, I have instructed the statewide prosecutor to work with law enforcement and any statewide grand jury that the governor may call, Moody said. Moody also asked Florida Department Law of Enforcement and federal law enforcement agencies to probe allegations Bloomberg and the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition violated the law by offering incentives for voting. You can't cherry pick votes. You can't pay for votes. You can't cherry pick. And these left-wing radical Democrats, they think they can just do what they want when they want. So after preliminary reviewing this limited public information and law, it appears further investigation is warranted, Moody wrote. Accordingly, I request your agencies further investigate this matter and take appropriate steps as merited. Florida Chief Financial Officer Jimmy Patronis also requested the Florida Elections Commission determine whether Bloomberg is trying to illegally influence the outcome of Florida's election. You damn straight he is. Reports that failed presidential candidate is spending tens of millions of dollars on restitution for certain registered voters doesn't smell right to me, Petronas said. Clearly, Bloomberg is using his money and power to tilt the upcoming election in November. If he wants to make a political donation, there's a process, but hiding behind voters' rights groups appears to circumvent Florida laws. These Democrats, guys, such criminals. Bloomberg, the former Republican New York City mayor, Democrat 2020 presidential candidate, announced Monday his political organization raised at least $17 million to pay court fines for allowing felons to vote November 3rd. The money is being directed to the FRC, which raised about $5 million to pay felons fines before Bloomberg raised between $17 million and $20 million. Nearly 65% of Florida voters in November 2018 approved Amendment 4, which restored voting rights after ex-felons, excluding those who convicted murder or sexual assault after completing sentences. So once their sentences were complete, they were able to vote. But then there was a bill adopted by Senate Bill 7066, enabling legislation which interpreted completing sentences to mean paying all legal obligations, including court fees, fines, and restitution. Back in 2019, this was adopted. But to make a long story short, in between this challenge and battle of SB 7066 and a ruling for the 11th Circuit upheld the 7066. But the thing is, the FRRC is allocating money to felons directly who owe $1,500 or less, particularly those among 80,000 plus felons who registered before September's ruling. So pretty much whatever was adopted, the fact is Matt Gaetz, a representative of Florida, claimed the FRRC is seeking only those they have specifically identified as Biden voters. That's offering a bribe, an inducement for someone to behave a certain way in voting, Matt Gaetz said. That claim since has been repeated by Florida U.S. Senator Rick Scott, who, appearing on Fox Business, said Bloomberg's fundraising and the $100 million he donated last week to the Florida Democratic Party won't affect November's outcome. Can't say that. Florida Republicans will stop at nothing to prevent people from voting. And this is another ploy to suppress the voices of those trying to regain their voice to vote, she said. Whether Michael Bloomberg, John Legend, or LeBron James, these are all contributions made legally. And this was said by Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried. So, did she just openly admit that it's not just Michael Bloomberg doing this? that it could be LeBron James and John Legend, who are both devils as well. I mean, I don't know. But, Matt Gaetz has come out that, the Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, Attorney General Ashley Moody, they request an investigation on Michael Bloomberg, as they should. As they should, because this is really bad. And for someone just to come out and say, Mrs. Fried, that this is not going to affect the votes, the election. It's just a ploy. The reaction of the state is a ploy. So if someone goes and steals her purse and she reacts, how would you like it if the police or somebody said, her boyfriend or her husband said, your reaction is just a ploy? To stop people from being able to buy some lunch and buy some clothes. I mean, that's how sick these people who are defending the voting fraud, they're going to twist thoughts and words, and I can't stand it when these people do that. So again, that was Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried, Fried, called Matt Gaetz, the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, and Attorney General Ashley Moody, that their reaction to Bloomberg's fraud was just a ploy in preventing people from voting. Guys, we have some sick Democrats. We gotta call these devils out. They're so used to making their little comments, their little statements, and kind of switching them around and flipping them back. That sounds sweet, to serve their agenda. I just can't take it. Our country is at the mercy of being destroyed because of people like John Legend, possibly LeBron James, Michael Bloomberg, Nikki Fried. We can't let any of this slip. They're hoping they'll forget about this, or they won't know about this. There needs to be hardcore legal feet running up on them as soon as something like this happens. You've got to light them with some legal fire. But this is going to be going on all over, guys. Celebrities, people like Michael Bloomberg, Hillary, Obama, they're all going to be assisting, taking part in one way or another. I caught a tweet from Obama last week, like a week and a half ago. He tweeted, it was in the media, "Oh, my supporters, why don't you guys head out now and go vote? Go to the voting polls and volunteer." I quickly made sure the people knew that he said that. They're going to be cheating from every angle possible, from the mailman to the postman to having people canvass neighborhoods, go to old people's homes, retirement homes. They're going to have important people making contributions to felons, and you guys, it's going to be hardcore this year. And I pray that we're going to be able to rise above this. It's serious. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. And take care of each other. All right? Good night.